Hey, podcast listener, it's Belle here. On today's episode, it was a fun one. Liam got the chance to recreate an embarrassing moment that got away from him on the weekend. Yes, we did a radio play. We also played one of the most explicit songs of all time. Plus, we kicked off our challenge today, griddying 1 inch for every follower we had. So you'll get all the lowdown on how that went. Damn it, I stuffed up.
Wrong! Did you want to do it again, or are you happy with that?
Nah, it's fine.
You're right with that?
Fun, eh?
All right.
Live across Australia. This is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Good evening, Australia!
Well, what have you guys done today to celebrate Earth Day?
Oh, God, Belle, we're 10 seconds into the show and you're already preaching about Earth Day?
It's Earth Day 2024. Did you know it started in 1970 was the first one? Do you guys know what this year's theme is?
Grass.
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Grass.
Well, it's
Turtles.
they're both Earth suggestions. I don't think it...
Yeah.
Tell us. Well, it can't be too far off.
It's planet versus plastics. So you need to
Well, I'll tell you who's winning that battle.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Especially after today, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes you go to chuck something in your bin and you're like, what's that one supposed to go in again?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's all going in the same spot anyway. that kind of behaviour.
This is why we can't have nice things, literally.
13, 24, 10. What do you collect on Nova? What do you collect? If you have a collection at home, Australia, now is the time to brag. Because if you collect Star Wars toys, you are deemed a savvy investor. There was an article doing the rounds today. Prices for Star Wars memorabilia is jumping 10% every year. And that means...
That's good. That's good returns.
That's great returns. That means...
Everything's jumping. It's not just
Not by 10%, it's not, Belle. And that means, Belle, you specifically, you laughed at Liam and I when Liam bought me a Mandalorian helmet. You laughed.
And you said, oh, it looks tacky. And I said, that's Beskar steel. And you still laughed. And
Where,
then
where is that helmet now? What are you doing with it?
At
It's got
home.
no use.
Oh, well, it's going up 10% every year. And if you know how expensive it was in the first place, that's actually really impressive.
It's not from the 70s.
No, but I mean, last year, Ben got me that NeoPixel Kyber Crystal lightsaber that has
Disgusting.
the RGB blades and is perfectly crafted for skillful combat.
Didn't get the one with tip drag.
No, I didn't have tip drag. That is true, but still, I was very appreciative. I did want the one with tip drag, but he, couldn't quite afford it, and that's fair.
What was a tip drag again? What
Tip
was it?
drag.
So
right,
yeah. No. So, so I think they're about $700, but if you splash out and spend $800, it's sort of on the tip. Like if you drag it on the floor, it sort of looks like it's melting the floor.
It's as
No,
if
it doesn't.
the end of the lightsaber is
Yeah.
interacting with the
It's-
floor.
It's a piece of plastic.
No, dude.
Hang on, so only $100 more? Ben,
Yeah.
what happened?
No, I mean, it's what did you get me for my birthday last year? Certainly wasn't.
Friendship.
13, 24, 10. That is our number. What do you collect? As a kid, I used to collect 50-cent pieces. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
nice.
special ones or just...
Yeah, special ones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, commemorative, I guess you could say.
I was going to say, if you're collecting money, that's just saving.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually one of the best things to collect. Tiana joins us now in Adelaide. What are you collecting?
I have collected the whole Snoopy, Peanuts collection.
Snoopy, that's right.
Like everything?
It's realistically, it's just Snoopy. There's a bit of Woodstock and a few of the other characters, but mainly just Snoopy. And it goes from now and then right vintage. I haven't actually had it personally checked on how old it is, but they're really old.
Wow, Snoopy.
All right, nice one. Not Snoopy Dog, obviously. You're talking about the cartoon, Charlie Brown, all that sort of stuff. Simon in Perth, this is your brother. What are they collecting?
G'day, guys. Love the show.
Hey,
so my brother, he for some reason started collecting cans of V energy drinks. I'm sure you guys are familiar with them.
Yeah.
So he's got heaps of empties. He's got a lot of limited edition, cans and bottles that are still sealed, and he reckons they'll be valuable one day. So he's still hanging on to it.
No.
Yeah,
If
right.
he's drinking that much V, he's
cans of
going to be
V.
dead.
Okay. Talia and Werribee, what about you? What are you collecting?
So I am collecting the little fish-shaped soy sauce packets.
Oh, like the soy sauce things?
Yeah.
But they're not collectible.
No, but I've just got 31 of them.
Hang on, that's not even that much.
That's just a handful.
Totally,
I get 31 of them every time I go get sushi.
Yeah, you go to Sushi Train, Sushi Planet, whatever. Any name your sushi chain, Sushi Hub.
Yeah.
You just stick your hand in, you grab more than 30 in one hit. That's brutal, Talia. I mean, if that's what you've been painstakingly collecting your whole life, like surely.
Are they empty though, Talia, or full?
Full. Full.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
mean,
and that's not even that much soy sauce. Like you could buy one soy sauce from Coles and it would have more soy
Is
sauce.
there a goal though? Like, do you have a goal, Talia?
No, it's just, I don't know. I've just been holding on to the ones that I don't use, and I've got a lot of them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, that's your collection and we are not to
Well,
judge.
if someone's around your house and they haven't, they're munging their way through a really dry piece of sushi one day, you'll have the last laugh. I know we've been paying out a little bit, but
I love that, Talia. I think that's great. You got to start somewhere.
and also, yeah, true. We never said expensive collections. Like maybe you're a budding collector and your journey's just begun. No matter how big or small, we would love to hear about your collection tonight.
13 24 10 is our number.
Luca, you're 11. Thanks for giving us a buzz. I mean, surely it's getting close to bedtime, mate, but tell us, what is your collection?
I collect Pokemon cards.
Oh, Luca, no way. I collect Pokemon cards.
Luca, you sort of you seem like you're pretty confident there. You think you've got a better collection than Ben. How many cards have you got?
I've got around 100 really good ones and about a lot of normal ones.
Yeah. So have you got some graded cards or just no graded?
I have no graded, but I
Yeah.
really want to grade some.
Yeah. What's your best card? What do you got?
I have a Tinkerton EX.
Whoa.
Is that good, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, he's talking new gen there. I haven't got many new gen stuff, but that sounds pretty good, Luca.
Look, it sounds like you got a better collection than Ben. He's going to get that old boring stuff.
I got a Lugia.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that good, Luca?
From Neo Genesis.
I'm not sure.
Luca, I got a base set Charizard.
Really?
Yeah, mate. Yep. Not so lame now, am I, Luca?
Is that graded?
Nah, it's not graded. Nah, I wish.
Graded.
Wow.
Graded's like if you have a good card, you can send it off to get graded. So if you get a good grade. No, you don't get it. I haven't explained it yet. If you get a good grading, it's worth way more. If you get a bad grading, it's worth less.
Yeah, no, yeah. As soon as you said send it off to get graded, you can
pretty
put the
complicated.
pieces
I think my
together.
favourite segment ever is Ben flexing on an 11-year-old with his cards. Like, yeah, well, guess what, kid? Guess what I got? With my adult money. Sue in Melbourne, this is your husband. What's he collecting?
He collects matchboxes, that you can get at restaurants and, clubs and places like that.
That's actually pretty
So,
cool, Sue.
yeah.
There are some pretty cool ones
Yeah.
around. Yeah, and they're like
He's
the
got
thin.
this great fish bowl full, big
wow.
fish bowl.
Yeah,
full of
right.
them. He's been collecting it for 30 years. So, yeah.
Yeah,
There you
wow.
go.
Jeez, you wouldn't want a lit one to go near that bowl.
Would
That'd go up
he
quick.
be furious if he caught you using one?
I'd probably be divorced.
Yeah.
Right. So he comes home and he's like counting them through, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Don't touch my matches.
That's that packet done. Max, what are you collecting?
Hey guys, I collect basketball cards and sneakers.
Basketball cards and sneakers?
So they can be very expensive, especially when you get the like some of those limited edition Jordans and that sort of stuff. Do you have anything that's like crazy money?
Yeah, most expensive shoes, probably Off-White Air Force MCA. They're about, I think, $3,500.
Just $3.5 grand. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and basketball cards I'm learning are pretty much probably more expensive than sneakers now. So,
Wow.
Yeah,
What do
right.
you know what your whole collection would be worth, Max?
we
Roughly.
got about 150 pairs, roughly maybe 70 grand.
Oh, that's way higher than I was expecting.
And Max, where do you live?
Can't say.
Tell us where the goods are, Max. No, I just want to have a look, I swear.
Huge day on Friday. As we all know, Taylor Swift dropped her not one, but 2 brand new albums.
30 plus songs.
Incredible. Biggest day in commercial radio, we were saying. And the news over the last 24 hours is that one of the songs on the second one, the anthology, called Thank You, Amy, is actually about Kim Kardashian, and it's a diss track. Because in the title, the K, the I, and the M are all capitalised. And then you've got great lyrics like this.
Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that she were dead.
Brutal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's in the new song?
That's in one of the new
And her
songs.
mum
yeah.
is like super Christian in that as well. I saw the documentary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so basically she's just saying, like,
She's
yeah,
a
my
saintly
mum
woman,
hates you.
but once you're dead, Kim Kardashian.
But, like,
Wow.
this isn't a surprise because Taylor Swift has so many diss tracks. Like, she has, you'll remember Look What You Made Me Do, which was literally about Kanye.
Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
From a Snake era.
Yeah.
Snake era.
That's from a Snake era. It is.
Reputation, yeah.
With the snakes and stuff, yeah.
She also had beef with Katy Perry when she did Bad Blood.
'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be bad.
Remember that video clip? And it was like her coming like out of the flames and it was like all the groups
Yeah.
and
I
stuff. It was great.
didn't know that was about Katy Perry.
Oh,
And
really?
then Kendrick Lamar jumped on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good friends.
They're probably pretty good friends, yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah.
And then, delving into her exes, you had All Too Well about Jake Gyllenhaal.
But the punchline goes, I'll get older, but your lovers stay my
Did Taylor
age.
Swift date Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Wow.
I missed that one as well.
I didn't know
must
that.
admit. Yeah.
But the biggest song last year, like, these are all great, but you guys know that I love Miley to the moon and back. And the biggest song last year, it even won the Grammy, I think is the greatest diss track of all time, and Taylor has nothing on Flowers.
I can buy myself flowers.
Can you do a diss track, though? Because that's about Liam Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
Can you do a diss track at someone who isn't a musician? Because they can't diss you back. You know what I mean?
He could diss movie her.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we can say it's a diss track if it's at someone who can't rebuttal.
But it's about him.
I know it's about him, but I just feel a little
And
funny
you know how
around
like
the
it
rules.
mirrors the Bruno Mars lyrics where it was like the song that they love together. And
Yeah.
then,
Oh, it's a great song.
It's so good.
And look, I'm going to let you finish. But the greatest diss track of all time, I think we can all agree, after the Beatles fell apart, obviously, and John Lennon was saying that Paul McCartney only writes silly love songs, and then Paul McCartney just dropped that brutal-ass diss track on John Lennon, like he skinned his ass raw for the whole world to see, just for real, for real. Oh, man, do you remember this cold beat? You know it. You love it. How did he come back from that?
Is that it? The
Whoa.
Beatles don't do diss tracks.
Yo!
Why is nobody talking about Tupac and Biggie? Like, they're some of the biggest diss tracks going around.
Yeah.
I mean, Belle, are you familiar with Hit 'Em Up?
Yeah.
You're not familiar with that one?
No.
I can play a bit now if you want.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
West side, bad boy.
So he's singing this at Biggie,
Okay.
who was a larger man.
I can't hear anything over the beeps.
Yeah, you got to listen between the
Okay.
beats. Yeah. So he's singing this at Biggie, okay?
Uh-huh.
That's why I f***ed your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West side, bad boy killers.
You got,
know who the realest is. First off, your bitch in the clique you claim. West side, when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I f***ed your wife.
It goes on like that.
Yeah, and it's pretty similar to silly love songs. It's sort of like similar sort of beat in there.
More Tupac on the show, I say.
I don't know if we can.
Yeah, we might
I
get in
hurt my
trouble.
ears.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Madison in Ballarat, how you doing?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Better than Arch Barker at the moment. He's in a bit of hot water for kicking a woman out of his show for bringing in a newborn. This is the first question. He stars in the New Zealand TV show Flight of the What?
Oh, I have no idea.
Really?
Big show.
It's like the main thing I reckon he's known for.
It's a type of plane.
Yeah. And they do that show, Too Many on the Dance Floor.
Too many.
Yeah, see? Sorry,
Oh, guys, I've got
Madison.
no idea.
Oh,
That's okay.
Hey, you're still in the draw for Nova's first class and 50k by getting your voice on air. Carmel joins us now in Brisbane. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
Do you know this show?
I can still hear the music in the background.
Oh, yeah, that's
part
we sort
of
of keep it
Is that
like,
okay?
would you like us to take it down? See, it feels empty now, you know.
Do you prefer that, or do you prefer having the music there?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you prefer? No, do you want to have the music there, or do you want no music?
Is that so I can hear what's happening?
Yeah, I'll bring it down for you. I'll bring it
Come to
down.
me?
Yeah, I'll bring it down.
Rock and roll, come. Flight of the what? Do you know the show? New Zealand comedy show? Flight of the...
I'm sorry, I'm confused because I can hear two things.
Okay. I don't know what's going on there. That could be your own music there. That might be Spotify in the back. Unless there's something going on with it. Steph, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah,
there?
I can hear you guys
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
I wasn't hearing doubles of
Yeah,
music.
no,
I think Carmel was getting confused between, there was the background music. There's this.
There's this. Woohoo!
And then there's the people talking, which is us. That's the show.
Yeah. It's never been a problem, and we've been doing this segment for many a year.
I think
many
someone
a year
needs
now.
to check on Carl.
So, do you know the show, though, Steph? Flight of the...
I'd take a shot in the dark. Cars?
Not Flight of Cars. No, it's not, unfortunately. Let's move now to Melbourne. Jared, do you know the show, Flight of the...
Concorde.
That's the one. The Olyroos have missed out on qualifying for the Paris Olympics. Which sport are we talking about?
Football/soccer.
Yeah, you've done it. Drew Barrymore is coming to Australia to tell her life story. She played one of the Charlie's Angels. Can you name another Charlie's Angel for us?
Charlie.
Bit of a curly one.
So the three Charlie's Angels, you had Drew Barrymore. Who else played one, Jared?
Who else played one? I can picture them. I can't. What's her face?
What's her face, yeah. No, I get you.
That doesn't count as an answer, does it?
She's not been in one for a while, though.
Sorry, Jared.
I think she actually gave up acting. Kelly, do you know who else was in Charlie's Angels? One of the Angels? Kelly.
No.
No.
Cool.
All right.
No, this is going well.
We're not firing this evening, are we?
Got the Monday-itis. Monique, can you just name one Charlie's Angel that isn't Drew Barrymore?
Yes, I can. Cameron Diaz.
You've done it. David Beckham is suing Mark Wahlberg for $160 million. What was Mark Wahlberg's stage name when he was a singer?
Marky Mark.
Yep. Don't forget about the Funky Bunch. On this day, 20 years ago, Yeah, by Usher was number one on the charts. Can you finish these lyrics?
Say you come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, let's go. When I told her, I said,
Yeah, we got there in the end, Monique. Well done. We're going to give you a double pass to Abigail. It's in cinemas now. Also, you're in the draw for Nova's first class of 50K.
And Monique, you also get to pick the next song we play. So would you like Evanescence?
No?
What? That's like the best song ever.
Did you want to just pick
Not
song...
in my opinion, sorry.
Did you want to just pick song 2 then without even hearing what it is?
Fortnite, Taylor Swift.
No, you don't get to request.
No, I'm picking it. I'm guessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
He's on such heavy rotation. It's got to be a Taylor Swift song, right?
No, I was going to go for this one.
You didn't see that coming, did you? That would have been pretty low on the list of things you would have picked.
So do you want to hear that one, Amber?
Yeah, please.
All right, let's spin that one for you.
Basically Taylor.
Yeah. This is Amber. This is your night.
This is like the one time when we don't play Taylor Swift. We pick another. But that's trust me. Lots of Taylor Swift coming up. You have come to the right spot if you like Taylor Swift. I can assure you of that, Monique.
I always love having a wild quiz every now and then.
Yeah, like that lady was getting stressed by hearing the bed music. What?
This is your night, Australia, to get involved with the radio show. If you've never called a radio show before, right now could be the perfect time because I'm going to tell you what's coming up.
Why don't we throw someone on right now if they're cool? Just chuck them right on.
Yep, 13 24 10. If you want to call straight away, we'll chuck you on air. That means you go in the draw for Nova's first class flights overseas and $50,000. Hopefully Carmel calls.
Hopefully not.
Who do we have here? Who's this?
Oh, you got your radio up in the background.
Oh, so that's the rule. So you got to turn your radio down in the background. I'll move to this next person. Who's this?
Helen.
Helen! How you doing? First time on?
No, I've been on before.
Oh, so that was a prerequisite we had.
What did you come on for, Helen? The quiz or?
Do I have to say?
now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. But if
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say? Oh, okay. No, that's okay. No,
Actually, no. That's okay. That's okay. I've been on for the one where you did the morning show about the Punt Road one. Oh, that's Melbourne.
That's going back a bit.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Helen, I get you. Yes, when we were doing Melbourne Breakfast, one morning we did a segment. We go, that's Melbourne for you. And you said,
that's right.
Thanks, Helen. Yes, you said you were stuck on Punt Road.
I can imagine why that could be confusing for somebody because we were doing Melbourne Breakfast, but now we do National Late Drive. So Helen was like an old listener.
Let's check in with Belinda. Belinda, have you been on before?
Yeah, in the morning.
All right. On our show at the time, or?
Pardon?
Was it when we were doing the breakfast show in Melbourne, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to wake up every morning to you guys.
Legend. So do you like and I'm not saying this in a funny way, but do you like the show so much that you listen in the morning, but now you listen at night time?
Yes.
Oh, good on you, Belinda.
Because I'm just a fan of Belle. Because I'm a Belle.
No one's a fan of Belle.
That's crazy. That's literally crazy.
Belinda,
Wow.
because you're a Belinda, do you spell it B-E-L?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. No,
Just a
short,
friendship
sweet,
chat,
short and
possibly.
sweet. Spell chat. Oh, thanks, Belinda.
I love how surprised Bill was. No, look, the phone lines, we're getting tons of phone calls. We can't take every
I'm actually
calls
kind
now,
of enjoying it.
I can take another one
It's
if
like
you want.
the anti-radio. Sally from Brisbane, what are you calling for?
I've got no idea apart from getting the ball. Hi.
Sally, to be fair, we don't even really know what we're doing at the
Sally,
moment.
first time on the radio show?
Yes, first time, absolutely.
And how are you finding the whole experience?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
What are you up to at the moment, Sally?
I'm just coming home from work.
Right. What do you do? What do you do for a crust?
I'm a nurse.
Ah, my wife's a nurse.
My mum's a nurse.
Oh, my mum's a nurse too. We all got nurses.
God's work, Sally.
Hey, Sally, do you want some movie tickets?
I would love some movie tickets.
Give you some movie tickets.
Do you like scary movies or
No.
do you like movies with monkeys in them? Or a man?
That's also a scary movie.
No, I don't think so.
isn't it?
No, I think it's
No,
more of a
it is.
thriller.
think it's
Dev
thriller.
Patel's Monkey Man in cinemas now. Would you like to go see that?
Is there anything else?
Bloody hell, you're really
Yeah, no.
breaking our balls here.
Come on, think of
Sally.
your numbers.
Sally.
What about a double pass to Hoyts? You just see whatever you want.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Sally.
Good on you, Sally.
Well done.
Look, that goes to show you can get on air whenever you want with us, really. We'll just do an entire radio break just taking random phone calls.
What are you calling for? I don't know.
Neither. Yeah, what are we doing? Bloody cyclists. It's a phrase that you hear a lot. You know, you say, "Oh, they rule the road. I think they rule the road." And I get when you're in a car.
Red Joe.
Yeah. Look at you. You think you're so good in your lycra. And look, I get it. I'd imagine it's quite scary being a cyclist, like on the road. So I always try and give them lots of space. But I don't like
To the point where you're in the opposite lane.
Yeah, I drive on the other side of the
Oncoming
road.
traffic.
Yeah. I think it's just safer. But I had a run in with a cyclist whilst I was on the footpath on the weekend.
Oh.
So, and it was a wide footpath, and it was like a road because it had that white line in the middle, and they sort of, how it sometimes says cyclist, so it's, one goes this way, one goes that way. I was walking with my wife, and so she was on her phone, and we're both like 100% on the left side, like we're on our side, and this guy, this grumpy old man with like a slapped red face, he whizzed past like breakneck speed, and he went, "Get off your bloody phone!"
Oh.
That was how quick, and I sort of heard like, "Keep your eyes on the path," as he sort of, and then I was sort of like, so like taken back, like I was like, oh, but he was like 10, 15 meters behind us by the time we sort of turned around, and then you have that thing. When someone like even flips the bird at you or something on the road, and then you get really angry for like the next 10 or 20 minutes, and you think you just sort of have sick comebacks at them.
Yeah.
Like even though they're never going to hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, mind your own business, Lance. Strong chance of you getting type 2 diabetes. Diabetes, something like that. I don't know.
That would have killed.
Yeah, it would have killed. Yeah.
You would have totally heard that.
Yeah, and that's it. And then you like, and then you're in bed that night, and you're like, oh, that guy, like that was so rude.
This guy really got to you, didn't he?
Yeah, for sure. And I was like, I just never got like, and I'm still thinking about it now.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
like,
was yesterday. So, yeah, no, I was thinking like, so you guys could help me. We could do like a bit of role play. So I've written out a script. I've got some scripts here. So Ben, I was thinking you could play the role of the cyclist.
Right.
Whoa,
Belle, you
grumpy.
be my wife, Sarah. I'm going to get producer Andy to come in as well so he can be the narrator. And I'll
There's
be
a
playing
narrator?
there's a narrator, yeah. And I'll be
Gosh.
playing the role of me. So this is how I imagined. In an alternate universe, this is how things would have changed. So I'm just going to
Right.
say, I'll just grab
Can we
me a
say we
script there,
haven't
Ben.
read
Yeah. No, you
any
haven't. You haven't
scripts?
read. Sorry, I know that's a lot to spring on you there. There's yours, Belle. And just I've got a bit of music there, so let's just set the scene. So we're sort of there. Producer Andy, whenever you're ready, just sort of take it away. This is the setting we were in yesterday.
On a sunny Sunday afternoon, a pleasant weekend is ruined when a portly, middle-aged cyclist with flushed red cheeks barks out at a couple enjoying their morning walk.
Get off your bloody phone and keep your eyes on the path.
The cyclist is swiftly ripped off his bike from the scruff of his neck, sending his road bike hurtling into the road.
What did you say to my wife?
Screamed Liam as he held the cyclist far above his head with one single arm.
Whoa.
The jolly cyclist thrashed about like a freshly caught John West tuna.
Babe, don't. He's not worth it.
Cried Liam's wife as the cyclist muttered back in the awe of Liam's strength and brutality.
Ah.
No, it's like stuttering.
No, read the direction. Yeah,
Right.
Bell's got it.
Sure.
Ben, you're the cyclist, so you're stuttering. You're,
So I'm scared, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, Spit it out, you swine!
I said, I just said get off your phones. Sorry. Hold on. Are you Liam from Nova's Late Drive program? Ben, Liam, and Mel?
It's Belle, actually, but as it happens, yes, I am.
Wow. I was just listening to your podcast. I love you guys. The podcast experience is a seamless blend of wit, wisdom, and wonder. Each episode is a journey into the heart and mind, expertly crafted to captivate and inspire. It's the gold standard, where every moment is a revelation and every word a treasure trove of insight. Simply put, it's the epitome of podcasting excellence.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Forgive me for being so rude, sir. I was wrong, and I look very stupid in this lycra.
Okay, well, apologise to my wife.
I'm sorry, madame.
Good, now kiss my ring. Now leave us.
Wow, that was so hot.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I sort of...
And scene.
Scene.
It was
Thanks,
3
guys.
pages.
Thanks for putting... Yeah, what do you think? Around the bit about the podcast, I was like, this is too long. Probably should have given myself
Pretty
an
cool
edit.
if you said that, though.
Yeah, but that's how I was dreaming it last night. It feels
Yeah.
good to just live it out.
So realistic.
Yeah, it would have been good.
So like the Belle had 2 lines.
Yeah, classic woman in Hollywood, really. And it's like the Margot Robbie in Once Upon a Time. You're still on the posters, so that's good.
Were you asked to leave? If you were asked to leave, we would love to hear from you.
It's the biggest story of today. The woman who was asked to leave by Arj Barker, his comedy show in Melbourne. She was breastfeeding and allegedly, her baby made a bit of a noise and he said, all right, you need to go. He said, oh, well, it was disrupting the show and the show's for 15-year-olds plus. But some people that were also in the audience said, well, no, the baby was fine. So bit of back and forth today, but he did ask her to leave.
Sort of backfired on me because I did buy an adult diaper, tried to get in on a concession ticket. But yeah.
Good plan.
Yeah, and that was all about all that deserved, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, I'm no Arj Barker, you know. Jess in Sydney, you're asked to leave.
Hi, yeah. I was watching a musical in Sydney and I was having like a really bad sneezing fit, and so the ushers asked me to leave.
They asked her to leave for sneezing? Really?
Yep, because you pay all this money to go watch a musical as well, and because I had really bad allergies, and I just kept doing it, and they asked me to leave.
Do you know what it was in the theatre that was making your allergies flare up?
Oh, it was probably all the dust,
Yeah.
all the-
Dusty,
all the
yeah,
dust.
Old theatre.
When you say having a sneezing fit, how many sneezes do you have when you get in that zone?
Oh, like probably about 30. Like,
That's a lot of sneezes.
Wow.
Yeah, you're probably getting around to kick out sort of zone there, aren't you? Yeah.
That's where you need to do those. Oh, they gross me up. You know how people do those sneezes that are like, and they like contain it?
Yes.
I hate that, but
Yeah.
they're probably on that level.
They
Jess.
hurt. They hurt weird.
They do hurt weird. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think I'd rather
Sometimes-
be punched in the face than have to do 30.
Yeah,
holding them
if
in.
I'm in a situation where I shouldn't be sneezing out loud and I hold it in, you feel it behind your eyes, you feel your eyes pushing
it's
out.
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
You
Gotta
should
let it out.
always, and we know this now, you should always sneeze into your elbow, and
Yeah,
therefore you
dab,
capture it all.
dank it.
Yep, and you're not putting it in your hands and smearing it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Belle. Very educational. Good stuff. David joins us now. What were you asked to leave?
We were asked to leave a dumpling restaurant in Melbourne.
Oh, no.
Why?
So the reason we were asked is it was actually Matt Preston dining at the restaurant, and we were with a few of my friends. We had a few drinks, a little bit rowdy, and we were taking what we thought were a bit surprising, photos with Matt Preston in the background. It was not surprising at all. He called it out very quickly.
So Matt Preston obviously, caught on to you taking photos, and then did he talk to the staff and got them to ask you to leave?
I think the staff was more so looking. It was quite uncomfortable. He seemed like a decent guy, but he's was
a
just
legend.
like,
He is a legend.
Yeah, he is. So no hate on Matt Preston, but the staff was not happy with us, and we were probably a bit louder than we thought. So we were asked to leave.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's Matt Preston.
Just taking poor guys just trying to eat dumplings. You see someone, you're like, is that Matt Preston? And then you look and it's the cravat, and you're like, that is Matt Preston.
Yeah.
I wonder if he did the old does he go into restaurants and go, that is disgusting, disgustingly good. That is the best. I still can't believe that actually happened. Karen, tell us, what were you kicked out of?
Hello. Yes, I took my mum to the chemist to pick up her scripts. She's in her 80s, and they were completely ignoring her. So after being ignored for a little while and getting a bit peeved off, Mum and I started the little jokes about you can't complain about the service because there isn't any, and a few other little one-liners like, are we invisible? Oh, we must be invisible. We could take our clothes off and all those funny little things. And they asked us to leave.
So you and Karen, you do understand the irony that it was getting to the situation where you were wanting to speak to the manager.
Yeah, well, we probably would have. We probably would have had a word. My mum, very educated 80-year-old and very smart, and she wasn't going to tolerate it, but she just had a funny evil side to her.
And Karen's in a tight spot because if you do complain, then
that's
you're
it, Karen.
But...
It's become a bit of a thing on the internet that if you complain, you're known as a Karen. So
rocking a hard place.
It is. It's sort of hard, and I get that.
I just walked past the telly on my way to the bathroom during that ad break there, and I saw a current affair doing a story about how Snus is ruining kids' lives here in Australia. And I was thinking, Liam, as the face of Snus,
I'm not the face of Snus.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Look, I've done it twice. I'm comfortable saying that.
You're very
No, I'm
pro
comfortable
Snus.
saying that because it's not illegal. But
it is ruining kids' lives.
Saves everything, right?
I think a few news...
TikTok is probably,
A few news outlets have been saying that Snus is the next vaping.
Look, it's not good.
Really
yeah. Well, it's probably no, it's not great. But I mean, it would in the hierarchy of bad stuff, I would say it goes Snus, then vaping, then cigarettes.
So you would prefer kids of Australia
I'm not saying that.
use Snus
That's not what I'm saying.
Rather than vaping?
No, I'd
That's
rather
what
the
you
kids, I'd rather them play safe outside and live healthy lives and eat apples and that sort of stuff, of course.
With a little pillow on their gum.
Of course, there'll be temptations for a little upper decky from time to time, as in, cripples the culture. But
what was the biggest brand name? What was that?
Zin.
Yeah, there it is. And that's
was
another endorsement
I too
from
quick
Liam.
to answer? Oh no, I don't have all the facts. In fact, Tracy does.
She doesn't do the show
she
anymore.
It's been a while since I've watched a current affair. I will I've just been hanging out doing too much.
Is getting to you.
Do yourself a favour and follow Tim Nackey on Instagram. He's an incredible Kiwi guy. He lives in Canada. We spoke to him last week. You might have seen him on Instagram. He's doing this thing where for every follower he gets, he bets 10 cents.
Yep.
And he did speak to us last week. It was with caution, though. He said every time he's spoken to a media outlet, he's lost the next day because he's had some big wins. I think he's...
Well, what are we talking numbers-wise? It's in the,
Yeah, I mean, now he's about to hit 1 million followers.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
He's betting big amounts of money,
Big
like
coin.
$90,000 bets.
Yeah, and this all started only a couple of weeks ago. So he's sort of just this regular guy who's potentially going to become a millionaire soon. But the curse is whenever he spoke to media, he would lose the next day. But we're pleased to say that after speaking to us, the curse was broken.
We are going to go 82,000 on the nose, 2K each of the side bits. The side bits are heavy. Now I need you to go and be good to me, please, and we will breach 600K for the first time. 6 is bad and 16, it's worse. We will hit this and pray to the punting lords that we go low. We have gotten away with several of these of late, and I need a 5. Yes! You want to read about it? Go 10, that'll do!
If you don't play blackjack, you don't know the rules. He won.
you may have picked up on that one. But we were saying, look, we've been inspired by Tim. And look, we're not big gamblers, so we didn't want to do that. But we're like, hey, what can we do last week? Were people calling up and saying, oh, you should try this and do that? Like, what could we do for more followers? And we've landed on for every follower we get, we will griddy for 1 inch.
Yep. Which might not sound like a lot, but then when you start adding up all the followers, it turns into a long amount of griddying.
So, and of course, if you're unfamiliar with hitting the griddy, get with the times. It's a cool dance.
Yep. A lot of basketball players will hit the griddy.
Yep. It's a celebration in the game FIFA. Play that.
Do they do that in FIFA?
Well, in the game, you get a few players griddying every now and then if they've really, killed it. So if you follow the Ben Lehman Belle page right now on Instagram, we will griddy an inch for you. In fact, we did our first one today. We've hit 137,000 followers. So today I griddied 3.48k. So I'm sort of feeling it now. I must admit, in the because you sort of feel it in the back because to griddy properly, you sort of have to crouch
There's
down
a lot
low.
of hunching. It's not good
lot
for
of hunching.
your back.
A lot of hunching.
Your griddy technique is a strange one because it almost looks like you're ice skating. Like you griddy out quite wide with your feet.
Yeah, too wide. Some may say, yeah, and that's the thing. You sort of have good form for about 800 meters, and then it gets harder.
Well, look, if you want to put us through our paces, you jump onto Instagram, search Ben Lehman Belle. If you give that a follow, we will griddy 1 inch for you. And once we add them all together, we're going to be griddying for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers.
It's bittersweet because obviously, we want more followers. That's great. But I don't want to do it for a marathon.
Yeah, it's good fitness.
Thank you to Josie Donovan, Matthew Newen, Melanie, Michael Shelton, Beth, John York. All these people have just followed us, and we will be griddying an inch for each and every one of those people.
All right, get around it. If you want to see Liam's griddy from today, you can check it out, and you can give us a follow.
Who's up tomorrow?
I'll go second.
Yeah, all right.
You can search Ben, Liam, and Belle on Instagram. Give it a follow. The show's almost done. I was curious. What's everyone watching at the moment, Liam? You keep talking about Baby Reindeer?
Baby Reindeer. Yeah, it's worth a watch. It's probably on the homepage on your Netflix at the moment. It's a real story, which is unnerving. It's just about this guy who's working at a pub and this lady comes in. She's a bit weird and he feels a bit sorry for her and he offers her a free cup of tea because she can't afford anything else. And then, she latches on, becomes a full stalker and she stalks him for years.
And it's based on a true story?
Yeah, it's based on a true story. And the weird thing is the guy who's the main guy in it, it's his life story. But then he wrote a play that he starred in, and then he's now in the Netflix series, reliving all of his trauma.
How many episodes?
Only 7. Smashed it out over the weekend.
Hour episodes? Hour episodes though?
A bit under.
Okay.
Bit under. I'd say half hour, around the half hour mark.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an easy watch.
Yeah,
Well, it's actually a very painful watch. I must admit. Do not watch it with children. It's a tough watch. It is the opposite of It's an easy watch as far as duration, but the content is very, very heavy.
Can you imagine a husband and wife being when I was at work, what'd you do? And I put a kids show on, Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, it's about baby reindeers, I think. No.
Belle, you always watch old stuff. What are you watching?
What? Well, no. On Friday night, I watched Bring It On, 10th time, and today I watched 10 Things I Hate About You
with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Great film. I'm almost at the point where I probably know every word, but
wow.
Comfort in the things we've watched before.
I've just finished watching Fallout Season 1. Amazing show, Amazon Prime, based on the video game. If you give it a shot, definitely get past episode 1. Because
that's what I'm stuck on.
Episode 1, it's establishing all the characters. Episode 2 is when the story comes together. And then from then on, 3 onwards, it's just a roller coaster.
Just loving it.
I did want to single out, though, producer Andy, just really quickly, because I asked him what's he watching at the moment. And he said he's rewatching on Stan, The Nanny.
She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing...
She falls on her fanny in the intro, doesn't she?
She does, yeah.
Confusing for Australian. There it is.
So over the bridge from Flushing...
I remember that being on when I was super young and Mum and Dad were watching TV. I remember The Nanny being on.
Yeah.
Andy's wife works interstate. Is he okay?
I think he's getting to the bottom of shows on my list to watch.
Yeah, when you're watching The Nanny, it's time for some friends to check in, I think. What season of The Nanny? Just with your fingers there. 2. Oh dear. 2.
That's too many.
He's still got a few to go.
The nanny named Fran.
Wow. The intro does thump, though.
Oh, yeah. For real.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.